Yo, what up, Fade Away? Oh, why is this thing being so dumb? Hold on, my chat window isn't working on Meld. Hold on, I might need to close Meld and reopen it. All right, I'll be right. Okay. I should be back. Should be good to go. Everything should be working. What up, Walking Phoenix? How we doing? All right. I think we're officially back. Yeah. Looks like we're good. What up, Trail Tech? Yeah, we're still under construction at the moment. Hopefully Meld's chat feature will. Hopefully Meld's chat feature will work. Can someone just put in another comment real quick, just so I can make sure we're working here? All right, there we go. Yep. We're good. We're good. All right. How we doing, folks? How we doing? What up, big bro? How we doing? I don't know why YouTube keeps sending it twice for some reason. I don't know why that is. What up, Krishna? Yep, so we, unfortunately, we're still stuck to a single camera for today. We've got, oh my gosh, my hands feel like they're not gonna fit in here. Yep, we're building a PC today. Oh, deleted by a monitor. Oh yeah, sorry, Kick's AI mod will not let you use the word redneck, so you can just call me Red or something. Getting ready in here in the near future for another PC. Let's go. I know, it's so dumb. Like, they'll let me have my name. Like, they won't make me change my name, but you can't use it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I know, it's crazy, right, Fade Away? Thoughts on the Attack Shark mouse? I know nothing about it. Now, what website can I use to generate an AI Goku voice? I don't know. I've never done that. So today's build is actually one that is directly available on my site. It is the streamer PC. So we've got an RTX 5060 Ti 16 gig. We've got a Ryzen 7 9700X, 1 terabyte SSD, 32 gigs of RAM. And we've got an AIO cooler. We got this nice B850 motherboard from ASRock, and the Leanly LandCool 207, which is a really cool looking case. I really wish the chat comments from YouTube didn't get doubled. It must be because I'm doing dual streams to YouTube. It somehow like catches both of them, and I don't know how to fix that, but oh well. Oh well. How long, what do you guys think? How long is it gonna take for TikTok to flag me for supposedly trying to send people to other websites to sell stuff to them? How long do you guys think that's gonna take? I'm saying, I think within the next 5 minutes it's gonna happen. What's my site's lowest PC price point? The starter PC, after shipping and everything, I think is right around $1,000. That has an Intel Arc GPU, and depending on which one you get, it's like a 6-core CPU on an older generation 6-core CPU. I'm really liking Meld, man. It is very, very nice. I have very few complaints. The one thing that I wish they had, I wish I could pop out the chat window so that I didn't have to have, like I could make it bigger and stuff. And I wish I could pop out the activity feed separate from that. But besides that, it's like I have basically zero complaints, man. It's just so smooth. I did send them a message. I was like, hey, could you guys do these two things? And one of them was that, and the other one was I really want them to, oh, this goes underneath. I really want them to make it so I can have a separate canvas versus my output. So I can have like a 1440p canvas, but output to 1080p on stream. So that way, like, if I wanted to record while I'm streaming, I can record in 1440. Yeah, Ryzen older generations are still very relevant. Like, they're still very solid. And for a very budget-friendly system, I think that's a super solid choice for people who are wanting to get into PC gaming but don't want to spend a ton of money, you know? Yeah, I think the starter PC is on the AM4 platform, and then the Intel version is a i5 12th gen. Actually, yeah, I think it's updated to a 14th gen. So remember back when first gen Ryzen launched, that's when you started learning about PC building. Hey, let's go. Yeah, I didn't start building until like 3000 series had just come out. Is Intel Arc as good as AMD and Nvidia? No, but price performance wise, it's really solid. And they've made their drivers, like they've really improved their drivers. So the performance you get out of them, even with like a cheaper CPU, is a lot better than when it first came out. Do PCs get outdated quick? I have no knowledge on this subject. Yes and no. Like, I mean, if you build a good like mid-range CPU, it's going to be very like solid for, you know, at least a few years. Like 2 to 3 years, you're probably not going to even really notice any degradation in performance, like in game FPS. Beyond that, like you are going to start to notice it get lower as like games come out that require like more intense like graphics and stuff. But if you buy a good mid-range system, 3 to 5 years out of it, you're still gonna like have a very usable system, right? I messed around with it a couple of times, but I just had help getting my BIOS set right so we were ready to rock. Nice. Initially, I remember Gamers Nexus made a whole video about the driver issue. Yeah, it was pretty bad originally, but they've since updated it, which is nice. When you have an appointment with your barber, say, I want beard line lowered. Oh, I do that myself. Yeah, I might have gone a little too high on it, I'm not gonna lie. I don't want it super low, because then, like, you know, the double chin thing kind of happens, but you're probably right. I might have gone a little too high with it. It's my bad. It's my bad. I do my beard myself. He does the hair up here, but I do the rest, because, yeah. Your boy ain't got that kind of money, just be throwing it down. I'll build a system for myself when GTA 6 will come for PC. All right, well, we'll see you in 2 years, I guess. Do they actually even have an announced date for GTA 6 yet? Like, I feel like every time, like, it's just constantly like, oh yeah, it's just right around the corner, and then it just never happens. AMD's new X3D is out. What do the benchmarks look like? I haven't seen anything on it yet. You're talking about the 9950 X3D2. I don't think that's actually out yet. The 9950 X3D2 is gonna be really cool though, because it's actually got dual X3D caches versus the one today just has one. What up, MJ? How we doing? May 26, 2026. Okay, so they actually got a date out there. All right, so we've got our 9700X in there. We've got our 1 terabyte SSD installed. Let's get our RAM in here. What up, Mohammed? I haven't seen it, but I think the 9950 X3D V cache is going to Increased single core. Yeah, they're increasing single core performance, and they went with a dual CDD cache. So today, the standard 9950X 3D that they have today has just only one of the two CCDs has access to the X3D cache. The new one is going to have both CCDs, which means every core, instead of just half, will have access to the 3D V cache. It's called the 9950X 3D 2. How do you feel about Keanu Reeves returning to the John Wick franchise after the 4th movie? I'm gonna make you guys probably upset at me here. And this is not out of, this wasn't like an active choice, but I haven't watched the John Wick movies. I know. Come after me, it's okay, you're allowed to do that. I don't know why. I just never went and saw them, and I just haven't taken the chance to do it, you know? It's going to be power hungry? Oh yeah. Definitely going to be power hungry. How much does this build run? On the website right now, it is just under $1,800 plus shipping. It can work as a room heater? Bro. You know what works as a room heater? The lights and 3D printer behind me. That stuff is ridiculous how much heat it puts out. Okay. The mounting stuff for the CPU cooler out here. I don't recall. Oh, this does use these. Heck yeah. Okay, I didn't loosen those. I remember one of these newer versions of the Thermalright software, or the Thermalright cooler, using the built-in AMD brackets, but I wasn't 100% sure, so I'm glad to see that they do. Okay, so I need that. And so this is just gonna hook onto these built-in brackets. Dope. Makes my life so much easier. Yo, what up, Verizon? How we doing? WAIO, I will buy almost the same cooler. It's a great cooler, man. And it's like $52. It's crazy. Hold on, I'm gonna grab my my thermal paste real quick before I forget about it. The 3D printer is over here running, and we've got GoPros on it to capture everything. So that's why we're building at the wrong desk. All right, here we go. Got my thermal paste, technically thermal grease, but. All right, well, since we're able to use the built-in AMD brackets, we are done on the motherboard for now. $60 is good for a 360, absolutely. Plus it's got, it's got RGB fans, it's got an RGB like block and everything. It's so solid. I didn't get a notification when you came back after the issue. I don't think it's because I never actually closed the live. I didn't like restart my live stream. So I don't, that's probably why. Wow, you're gonna make me take out this tray to get the accessories out of there? It's crazy. Crazy talk, Leanly. You're really asking a lot of me here. And yeah, so today, I'm sorry, the production value is just not, excuse me, not what it should be. It's not up to my, my usual capability, but until I'm done printing all this stuff for my next long form video, this is what we have, I need my clippers too. All right. Build my first PC starting tomorrow once the RAM comes in? Heck yeah. What you got in that? What you got planned for the build? Okay, got that in there. Let's pull this front panel off. It's so weird building sitting down, you guys. You're gonna pair it with a 9600X. Bro, that's gonna be so overpowered. All right, have a good night, 78 Ryzen. Appreciate you, dude. RT, I'm doing good, how are you? Nearly got all the parts for my build. CPU cooler I ordered came damaged. That's a bummer. Send you a replacement, good, good. Need to order my motherboard, then it's build time. Let's go. What up, Izzy? You're not late, don't worry. We're just kind of getting started. We're just getting started here. Let's get our motherboard installed. Boom, just like that. Get all of our bolts out here. Wow, they only give us just enough motherboard bolts. Usually there's always extras. Maybe there's extras somewhere else in the case, but that's kind of interesting choice by Lee and Lee. I feel like even the cheap cases usually give you extras. What up, Wesley? How we doing? 9700, 9070 XT, 9600X, 6400 DDR5, and a 2 terabyte NVMe. Love that. That's a great little build, dude. Definitely gonna be happy with that. Got a 9060 XT 16 gig? Heck yeah. The good news is that 360 cooler with a 9600X is gonna be keeping that thing super chilly. What are we working with? We got a Ryzen 7 9700X, RTX 5060 Ti 16 gig, 1 terabyte SSD, 32 gigs of RAM. Built to work from spare parts I had laying around this weekend, B550M, 5500, RX 6600, 16 gigs, 1 terabyte. Gave this. Nice. That's a great little rig, yeah. Is MSI a good brand for the motherboard? Absolutely. I love MSI. Think you need to build a new PC, your budget's $450. It's gonna be tight. You might have to try and look for some used stuff. Like make sure it's in working condition, but at $450, yeah, you might wanna try looking for some used stuff so that you can get decent performance with that budget. No, I sold the truck this summer. I got a new, well, new to me car. It's not new, it's a 05, but I got a new car because I wanted better gas mileage, and my wife was like, we don't need to have 3 vehicles. I was like, okay, fine. But I bartered with her, and she let me get some new golf clubs this summer when I sold the truck, so I'm not upset. Got a B850 plus Wi-Fi Tough. Yeah, that's a great option for that build. ASUS Tough makes good stuff. Yeah, MSI are definitely one of the better boards right now. Yo, what up, Barbie? How we doing? Just sent you a message on X and put in a custom build request. Let's go. Oh no. Is that what you're using for your stream PC today? It's from Zydax. Got a B850 plus Wi-Fi Tough. Yeah, it's solid. Any recommendations for 450? Not off the top of my head, man. I think it really kind of comes down to like what you can find available in your area, you know? All right. let's get all this stuff plugged in. And Barbie, I will definitely check that today. And by today, I mean tonight. All right, HD audio. Gotta run that up here. Ooh. Can definitely tell this space is not as big as my normal building space right now. It's not ideal. But we're making it work, right? We're making it work. Okay. There's those fans plugged in. I think they are daisy chained. There's only one cable coming out. Yep, okay. Alrighty. Do you guys want to see me plugging stuff in, or you guys want to look at the back? I don't really know. We only have one option right now. What up, War Flipper? I was monitoring the CPU temp. It was 61. Keeps shutting off for CPU overheating. That is really low temp for it to be overheating. But I guess it could be getting higher during, you know, whenever you're using it, right? Usually it's this way. Honestly, don't think we need to use that grommet for this. Oh, it is the other way. Okay. Got that. Now we could put this USB 3 in 2 different ways. Sad, the price, you can click on the link which goes right to my website. It is just under $1,800 before shipping if you live in the US. Making it work sounds so government job. 9700 56 10. Because this is meant to be able to game and stream at the same time. I mean, I could, you know, it all just kind of depends on what the customers want, right? Like, I can't make every pre-built option. I just don't have that, that ability. But, you know, it just kind of depends on what you're trying to do with it. The idea is that this is, like, you could game and stream from this system by having the 8-core CPU. So... Have you ever heard of a RAM stick failing after being dropped on the floor? I've never had that happen, but I would not be surprised if that happened. I guess I could say that. My computer is turning on for a few seconds, turning off. I have no knowledge of PC. I have knowledge of PCs. The fans do it, and the lights do it. How can I know what the issue is? It's really hard. I am on X, yes. I'm not live streaming on X right now, but I am on X. Sonny, thank you so much for the follows, dude. All I did was open Steam. Oh, jeez. That's wild. Yeah, I mean, it could just be that you need new thermal paste. Doing a thread ripper with a 5060 Ti 8 gig. Any recommendations on what? Yeah, it's redneck_engineer on X. Which one's better, 4060 or 5060? 5060. How much VRAM does the 5060 Ti have? The model that we use is the only model that I will use. This is the 16 gig version. I refuse to use the 8 gig version, to be honest. It's such a ridiculous option. I don't know why they even made the 8 gig version, to be perfectly honest. All right, let's get some power cables in here. Did you hear about the 9070 XT 32 gig cards? AMD is making soon. I have not heard that. I need to look at like tech leaks more often. This friggin' AIO, it scares me to try and replace it. Yeah. I mean, of all the things, like AIOs aren't the scariest thing, but if you haven't really worked on PCs, then I get it. It definitely could be scary. Just push your Twitch live out to a tweet. Hey, thank you. Appreciate that. Can you switch out parts for your pre-built PCs? Yeah, what I would do is just reach out to me, like do like a custom build form or shoot me an email and say like, hey, I'm looking at this pre-built, but I want this part instead. Like you can totally do that. Like you won't be able to do it directly from like ordering the pre-built, but we can essentially just make you a custom build that's based on a pre-built. That's super easy. I'm not saying 8 gig in general is bad. I'm saying them making an 8 gig version of the 5060 Ti is just kind of like ridiculous. Like they have the 8 gig 5060. I don't think there's a good reason for them to do an 8 gig 5060 Ti. Okay, we really don't need both power cables for the CPU, but we're gonna include them. You almost never need both power cables for the CPU because each one of these can handle like almost 300 watts. But whatever, we're doing it. Should I try and replace it? And if I can't, oh well, new red PC? Honestly, probably. Well, I mean, try replacing the thermal paste first and see if that helps at all. And if it doesn't, then yeah, you probably should replace it. And I can send you a link for a good quality, reasonably priced CPU cooler if you show me what you have today. Is the A620M good? No. I would get at least a B650 board, or ideally a B850 board. Okay. So we got that through here. Just gonna kind of stick those in through this, and then gonna run them down through here. I think I can really tighten those up enough to keep it from moving around. Hopefully you guys don't hear my 3D printer in the background just going nuts. $3070 isn't a bad, it's really not a bad card. I'm still using a 3070 in my stream PC. Oh, the AIO is dead? Oh, then yeah, your choices are either get a new AIO or replace the system. I mean, obviously getting a new AIO is significantly cheaper, but if you don't feel like spending money on an old system anyways, then no. What are your preferred specs for high-end gaming? Probably similar to like what's on the Premiere PC on my website. It's a RTX 5080 and a 9800X 3D. I just want to check. Pretty sure this is just one power cable. Looks like it's just one. Okay. Just want to make sure before I put those in there. then I need to take this other piece off. $64 gigs of RAM is now almost double what it was a month. Yeah. RAM prices have gone crazy. I think, as far as I can tell, it seems like it's due to like these AI data centers and stuff just snatching up all of the available RAM, but it's kind of, you know, there's not really a way for us to know for sure. Rumored new Ryzen CPUs might be close to that wattage. I mean, Ryzen went the other way with 9000 series. They made their CPUs more efficient. Like even the 9900X right now tops out at like 160 watts. So I'd be pretty surprised if pretty much any of the new CPUs are going to be above that. Hold on, I can't see what I'm doing. Yeah, data centers is at least the excuse they're using. Yeah, that sounds about right. Okay, so this guy needs to go back in that little slot it's got. This go in just like that. Boom. There we go. Oh, it slides down first, and then in, and then over. Jeez. It's one way to make sure that thing isn't going to fall out. Okay, let's get our, oh, I forgot to plug in my CPU power cables to the power supply. Let's move Mr. GPU over here. I know you guys can't see anything I'm doing, I'm sorry. It's a cool PC, hey, thank you. You have a free graphics card, you got it from a giveaway, RTX 2060? Heck yeah. Free who would say no to a free graphics card? One of the X3D2s is gonna be 200 plus watts. Oh yeah. I mean, if I'm running 16 performance cores, like obviously you want the the dual power cable solution, but you know, not that many people are rocking systems like that, you know. Okay, my GPU power cable through here. All right, let's grab our motherboard power cable. Stick it through here. Kind of feel like at least one cable should go through this pass through. So we're gonna run our motherboard power through there. Just like that. Okay. And then on this side, I think what we're actually going to end up doing, just to make sure we have all that length taken up, we're going to go up with it. Like that. Okay. Okay, we shouldn't have any more stuff coming through the bottom here. So, well, I guess we'll wait until the GPU is in and we can figure out the length we need for that GPU power cable. Okay. Well, I think we're finally to the point where we can put our AIO in. So let's get this splitter in for the AIO. Got mine for only $100. It was originally $250 in the store. Heck yeah. How do you know where all the wires go? Well, this is the 293rd PC I've built. So after a while, you just kind of know. I don't know if I have a better answer for you than that. I just kind of know at this point because I've done it so many times. Sorry, it's not a very helpful answer, I'm sure, but it's just the truth. Okay, so we got that in there. We can put our AIO in now. Oh my gosh, what am I crushing? Crushing my mouse for my gaming PC. Let's not do that. What would be your favorite AIO to go with? Honestly, these Thermalright AIOs are my favorites. If you want something on the cheaper end, just grab one of their Aqua Elites. If you want something that's like nicer, you could get with like the Core Vision or like the Warframe, one of the ones that has an LCD screen on it. But like these Thermalright AIOs are just so good. They're well built, they work really well, and they're cheap. It's kind of hard to beat, to be honest. Okay, let's get all these fans cables undone. I think someone buying and building with the 9800X 3D will be able to ride it out for years. Oh, 100%. You're from the UK, you need a PC, I assume is what you meant. I mean, I can ship to the UK. You just got to understand that import taxes and shipping are pretty expensive. So the pricing for what you can get if I was to sell you one in the US versus like to the UK is gonna look a lot different. Please help you? Help you with what? Only the Nvidia XX90 cards might give it a run for its money in the next gen or two, yeah. How much? Like, so this build here runs for, after shipping, it's like just shy of 1,900 bucks. Excuse me. It's just shy of 1,900 bucks in the US. It's a 20% import tax fee and probably an extra $100 in shipping. So you'd probably be looking at US $2,400, something in that realm. You'll be messaging me sobbing again in a few days. Oh my gosh. Okay, you let me know if you need help how to install that. You tried to install Windows Update and it's still not working. Have you tried just doing, bought a brand bought a gaming laptop, it's brand new, Windows update is stuck on 3%. Oh, I mean, if it's brand new, take it back. Like, if it's brand new, take it back and be like, hey, it's not working right. You're more concerned taking the old one out? Oh yeah, that's fair. Come on, cable. Fit through there. It's a very short cable for the CPU cooler fans. Look guys, I'm standing up. Get all of our RGB cables through at least. Do I have all the parts for the white 5070 build? I do now. We're gonna be building that hopefully on, I think, Wednesday. And hopefully I'll have my build station back by then. Okay, so we got all those cables through. Boom, there's that. Let's get a couple of bolts started in here so I don't have to hold this with my hand. Okay. Not sure if you answered the last stream when I asked, but what flavor engineer? I'm a mechanical engineer by trade. My new job is systems engineering, which is like all about requirements and stuff for design, but it's 11 p.m. right now. Okay, so do it in the morning. Just ready for something different besides COD. Yeah, the new Battlefield BR, man. Hopefully it's good. Place the PSU and cables on my pre-built. Am I ready to build my own? Hey, I mean, that's a big portion of it. I think if you're confident enough and capable of doing that, you could totally rebuild your own. What's the difference between OC, TI, and Super? So TI is just like a level in the models. So like you could think of like the 5070 Ti as the equivalent of like a 5750, like something between the 5070 and the 5080. The Super is like a mid-series refresh. So that's where they tend to like, you know, boost clocks a little bit. They'll give it maybe a little bit more VRAM. Yeah, it's basically like just like a slight upgrade to a current model series. And then OC is just like a aftermarket card designation. So like ASUS will make some models and they test them to make sure that they can handle a slightly higher clock speed out of the box. And that's what an OC model is. So like you can have a 5070 Ti that's an OC model because, you know, ASUS sells an OC version of that 5070 Ti. Hopefully that makes sense. I got a Corsair Titan 360. It doesn't work nearly as good as I thought it would. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I have a Corsair Titan 360 in my stream PC now, and it works great. I mean, I don't have a super power hungry CPU in it, but I have not had any problems with it since I switched over to that. Okay, so I thought I could run this all the way over here right straight away, but these cables are a lot shorter than I thought they would be, so we're gonna have to take it back. Okay. we're gonna run you here. And this guy's gonna go here. And this guy is gonna go all the way over here. We're gonna run that behind here. Like that. Do the same thing with the RGB cable, run it behind there. Okay. Now that that stuff's all in there, we can grab, I guess we have to use zip ties. So I think there's little zip tie spots on here. Oh no, there's not. Okay, well there's not. All right, well, I'm just gonna use zip ties to try and hold these guys in place to these little things here. Just like that. Cool. Okay. Bring that over. These guys are gonna go back here too. Just like that. Did I really do that? Okay. And this RGB cable go over the top, I guess. Like that. And like that. Through here. Okay. And this guy is gonna sneak right back out. So we're gonna run this to the back over here. Okay. And it's gonna sneak right back out that same spot. Actually, maybe we'll go through this cable holder first, just to help hold it in place. Then I'll flip her around so I can see. You got a 7900X, and gaming, it still gets up to around 75C consistently. Yeah, I mean, that's not terrible, but that is kind of high for that CPU, or what is it, a 7900X? That's actually not terrible. Like, that's a very powerful CPU. So it's not totally unheard of, but that is higher than I would like. I mean, have you tried messing with your fan curves at all? Okay. Tighten that up in a minute once we get our cable through there. Okay, so that'll stay there. So let's get our pump connected, and we'll run our pump cables through. So I need this. Pull the plastic off. Is a 3060 paired with a 9800X good? I mean, I would personally go with a newer GPU if you're gonna get a good CPU like that. Okay, there's that. Let's get our thermal paste on. Paint it like an artiste. Get all the excess off there. Okay. There we go. Didn't really get anything on my fingers. Love that. Yeah, I've had all fans and pump on extreme, and it was a little better, but not worth the extra noise. Yeah, that's fair. You're started as a pre-built, then I completely rebuilt it, put all my old components into something, into my brother's case, because it was a hell of an upgrade for him. Oh, okay. Hopefully that's loose enough to get it on there. Okay, got that side on. Come on. It's definitely not on, is it? There we go. That's on. No, this is not a Best Buy build. This one is on my website. I know, I'm sorry. Oh, here, I can turn this on. Sorry, I don't know that's gonna help at all. So, the reason why the lighting and everything isn't very good right now is because my normal build station is being used to film my 3D printer, like a time lapse of my 3D printer while we work on my next YouTube video. So unfortunately, this is all we have, and I have PC orders that need to go out. So it's definitely not ideal, but it's the best we can do at the moment. Normally my streams have much better production value, but there's just nothing else I can do today. You know? PC builds have become a midlife crisis. Nice. Yeah, Curtis, we're on Kick, Twitch, and YouTube with the same name. What up, Godfather? I'm just wondering if getting a pre-built is better than building it myself. It just depends on if you're confident enough that you can build it. Like if you can build it yourself and you can pick the right, like pick good good quality parts and everything. Like you can do it for cheaper yourself. Like there's no question about that. It just depends on whether like you feel confident enough to do it yourself and, you know, be able to, you know, install Windows and all that sort of stuff afterwards too. $7900X with a 3060. I mean, that 7900X is going to be way overpowered for that 3060. Like, you're going to be very limited by that GPU. Okay, got that there. Sorry, I know you guys can't see very much of what I'm doing, but unfortunately, we're just working with what we got for the stream today. Dang it, LTT. Bro, I love my LTT screwdriver. You can say whatever you want about LTT as like a company or whatever, but their screwdriver is bomb. You wish this PC was yours? Hey, it could be, you know, you could buy it. 700X with a 5070 is good, yes. That is a great option. Just bought the Lian Li 011 Mini V2. Put a 5080 and 9800X3. Let's go. That's going to be a sick build. Okay. Okay. So got that in there. It is a great tool, man. And I honestly, like, I really enjoy watching LTT videos, not gonna lie. I kind of go in phases where I won't watch them for a long time, and then I will binge watch like 5 videos in a row. $4060 with what? Do the Thermalights have a pretty good hose length? Yeah, it's not bad. It's pretty, I mean, I would say it's pretty standard. Think you can help me enable secure boot on my PC? Possibly. There's definitely a few things you should check before you do it. Watch like 10 vids and none of them helped. I mean, the biggest thing is you need to make sure that your SSD is configured properly. It needs to be in GPT format. If it's in MBT or MBR, it'll never work. I would say on 4060, if I had that on my desktop, you'll sell the 4060 for what? If you bought this PC, I mean, this PC will definitely outperform anything with a 4060 in it. I think I might have accidentally stolen your music. Oh. Okay. I can fix that. You did. How dare you? My wife stole my music, you guys. For shame. For shame. Okay, that's all in there. I'll give you guys a little update of what the cable management looks like so far. So here's how we're looking. Here's how we're looking cable management wise. Not too bad. I'm gonna figure this out once I get the GPU in and I realize how much of the GPU cable length we need. But yeah, that's what we've got to work with. Convert my HDD to GPT and did a reboot and no bootable found. I don't know if HDDs can operate in GPT mode, to be honest. Oh, gotcha. You can shoot me a DM, Crypt, and I can see if I can help. The PC case is the Lianli Landcool 207. Okay, so time for the GPU. So let's get this going. I'm stuck on a 1660 Ti, so I have to wait to buy a 4060. I mean, unless you can get a 4060 used, like I don't think you're gonna get it for any cheaper really than a 5060 or like a 9060. So I would go with a newer platform if you're already gonna do that. I've cried enough for one night. Thank you for calling me down. Ready or the best? Hey, no problem, Barbie. Happy to help. That's the only thing I've learned from YouTube Vibs is don't touch anything if you don't know what you're doing. Easiest way to enable it, honestly, is just go to ChatGPT and tell them your stuff. Exclamation point specs, Martise. Yeah, I've never tried that either. I'm curious how helpful that would be. I mean, it would probably work, to be honest. What are you gonna do to make sure the 12 pin doesn't burn or catch fire? Well, this is a 5060 Ti, so it doesn't have a 12 pin. It just has the old school 8 pin. And realistically, with the power usage of like a 5060 or 5070, you really don't have to worry about that. It's only really the high power cards that you have to worry about catching fire. Nice that they made this easier to get this plastic off. It's when you start trying to pull 500, 600 watts through that little connector is when you really start having problems. And if it is just like really bad, like if the cable isn't made well or the connector on the GPU isn't made well, there's not really much you can do other than limiting the power, which is dumb because then you're limiting your performance. Okay. Performance mode is on. Got one last plastic piece here on the front. Come on. Now you can do it. Boom. There we go. There's our nice little Asus Prime 5060 Ti. I mean, they do catch fire at times. I've built several PCs with 5080s and 5090s and haven't had a single one have any issues with it. So it just comes down to how well it's made and how well the GPU is made. That's really all there is to it. Because it's all about whether the cables are getting a balanced amount of current. And if you have like a poorly made connector where, you know, one cable has a much higher resistance, then it's going to see a different amount of current than the rest. and that's where you start running into issues. So it really all just comes down to the quality of the cable and the GPU itself. Boom. I mean, it's still a very small percentage. Like I know there's been a lot of people that have bought 50 series GPUs, so there's way more than there should be. And I mean, it shouldn't be a problem, you're not wrong. But in terms of percentages, it's a very low percentage. It's enough that it's a problem and they need to figure out what's wrong or how to fix it. But the likelihood that it happens to you is very low. What should I buy? MSI, Aorus, or ROG? Honestly, I would not spend the extra money to get a like super high-end GPU model because it's going to be almost no difference in terms of performance unless you want the looks, unless you really like the looks of a specific one, then like it's not worth the extra money to get the like fancy edition of the card. So, like the Asus Prime or like an MSI Ventus, like those are what I would go for personally, because you're not gonna see, like performance-wise, you're not gonna see the difference between them. Like it's such a small amount that it's just not worth paying an extra like several $100s to get that tiny bit of performance boost, you know? Like the Astral is the perfect example of that. Like you're gonna pay almost 5090 prices for a 5080 Astral, and it's still a 5080. You know? I've built hundreds that had zero issues. Get a decent PSU, and remove user error and connection. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's such a small chance that it will be an actual failure of the hardware and not like a problem with how the user installed it, that I will not sell 50 series cards because of it, right? Like I'm still gonna use it. No problem, Godfather. Why is MSI so tiny? Oh, like the two. I don't think MSI makes a two fan card, but honestly, I don't think there's thermal problems really with any of the 50 series that I've seen. Like it may be like a 5070 Ti with a 2-fan setup could experience some problems, or well, it could experience higher temperatures. I don't think you'll have any problems with it, but. Is there another? It's all the way over there. Zargo, it's the Lianli Landcool 207. Like almost depends on exclusive for both GPUs. How much is performance difference between them? Sorry, I missed the question there. The Prime is the best looking card. I think the Prime is a great looking card. The White Steel Legend is also really nice. Personally, and I know most people don't agree with me on this, I love the look of the MSI Expert cards. I know a lot of people don't agree with me. I know a lot of people think they look dumb, but I really like them. Even the last gen ones that were like gold, I thought those looked sweet. Maybe I'm just weird. I don't know, but I liked them a lot. All right. That cable management's looking pretty solid. Not gonna lie. All right. We're gonna call that good. And there we have it, folks. That's our PC of the night. Gonna DM you the instructions from ChatGPT. Tell me if it's accurate and safe. Yeah, for sure. Nice cable management. Thank you. I have a lot of old computer parts at home. Not much, but what should I do with them? You can try and build yourself. You can try and build yourself like an old PC. You know. Try and put them together. Maybe find some more stuff on Facebook Marketplace or something. It's for my son. 1440p gaming. Is not gonna care for ray tracing. Yeah, exactly. Who uses ray tracing anyways? Got a buddy that had his friend build him a PC and it crashes all the time. His builder keeps saying it's a GPU issue. Sent back the GPU 3 times. It's the AMD Swift 7700X FX. If it's still crashing all the time, I'd say it's probably not a GPU problem. What about AMD? That's what we're putting in here. This is an AMD CPU with the 5060 Ti 16 gig. It's a great option. The simplicity of the Pro cards that make them nice. Yep. Gaming. I just read it. Yep. Nice build. Hey, thank you, Tech Check. Are you a PC builder as well? Like, is that your shtick, your gig? This is the 16 gig version of the 5060 Ti. Cool build. Thank you, Clap. Yo, what up, Vamped? No audio besides music. You should be. I have the same output going to everything. Try refresh. Barbie, you can hear me, right? Oh, you can hear me but no music? It must be something weird with Kick. Because I have the same output going to everything. Wait, Trail Tech, you... Oh, yeah, the music stopped. I think my wife took it over. There we go. I think the music's going now. My wife... We have one Spotify account, so if my wife accidentally starts listening to music while I'm streaming, it just, like, takes it away from me. So, it's all good, though. It's all good. All right, who is ready to see this thing fire up? Best GPU to pair with a 3600. RX 6600 is a good one, or the 7650 or 6750 XT is a great one too. Really good budget options. You can find them probably used for not much money. Me. All right, throw in your favorite. Put your favorite emoji in the chat if you're ready to see this baby turn on. If you're ready to see it, fire up and throw in your favorite emoji in the chat right now. We need more people here. Are you in the horizontal stream? Yeah, you love building them? I do too. Honestly, like, that's the whole reason why I started this business. I just loved building, like, the first couple of computers I did, like, for myself and stuff. And I was like, how do I do this, but not where it costs me money? So that's why I got started. I'm a gamer, so I'd love to know. Love to know what? Hype for real. What do you think I should do with them old parts? That's what I was saying. I was saying you should try and build something. Like find like whatever else you need to make a completed build on Facebook Marketplace or eBay or whatever, and like build something with them. Start that beat. Look at all those emojis. You're on your phone watching right now. All right. So as a reminder, we've got a Ryzen 7 9700X RTX 5060 Ti 16 gigabyte, 32 gigs of RAM, 1 terabyte SSD, 850 watt power supply, Thermalright AIO, and the Lee & Leland Cool 207. First ever power on. Ooh, look at that. Got some memory training going on. Here, let me show you guys. I'll show you guys the front too. So this is what it looks like from the front. Got the nice two big RGB fans. Got two built-in non-RGB fans at the bottom. Got our AIO RGB fans. AIO CPU cooler block RGB. Got the RGB on the RAM. Yeah, the AIO looks good, yeah. Watch it all the time and totally agree it's an expensive hobby, but good to review new products. Absolutely. A spare PC is always nice. Yo, what up, Chris Rich? Notice you're in another setup than the previous one. Yeah, my 3D printer back there is going. We're working on my next long form video, and so we're doing a bunch of time-lapse footage of all the 3D printing I have to do for it. So that's why we're building over here, which is unfortunate because I just have the one camera. And I don't have a lot of build space, but we'll be back over there soon. 150 to 200 frames with the 4090. 200 is solid with the 4090. I feel like 150 is a little low, but I guess if you're single PC streaming, that could definitely use up some of the performance. Best RAM kit. I really like Team Group. Patriot Viper is solid. G-Skill is good. We've got these VColors. VColor typically makes pretty good stuff. Okay, so that posted, that's good. VColor is not nearly as like well known in the space, but they use SK Hynix dyes, so they're pretty good. Kingston Fury makes pretty good stuff. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of good stuff out there. I've heard good things about Clev, even though I've never used them. If you can build Legos, you can build a PC 100%. It's just scarier and more expensive. Bro's monitor is worth more than my whole setup. Ryzen 7 9800 XP with a 5070 Ti to replace your old one? Heck yeah, that's going to be a solid build. We're going to have Windows 11 Pro. You love PCs? What's up, Cold Leo? It's beautiful. It's COD. Yeah, it's COD. You never know what's going to happen. And PC does mean personal computer, yes. For BF, it's over 300? Heck yeah. Yo, Jay Purdue, what's up, dude? Yeah, Clev is definitely more budget friendly. Bywin. Oh, I haven't heard of them. I wonder if they're available in the US. I'll have to check it out. RAM is so expensive right now. It's crazy. It's crazy. Bro is a girl. Oh, but Vamp is a bro. Don't get it twisted. Vamp's a bro though. She really is. Okay, broski. Yeah, I mean, the DDR5 though just recently has gone nuts, and I'm sure you've seen it too. Like, I would buy for months and months and months. I would buy Team Group kits, 32 gigs, CL32 6400 or CL36000, 95 to 105 bucks all day long, every day. And now all of a sudden, those ones are like 190 bucks. The cheapest ones you can find typically are in the like $140, $160 range. I found a really good deal on these VColors for like 99 bucks, so I bought up a bunch of them. They do seem to have a little bit less, they do seem to have a little bit more finicky compatibility. Like we tried to use it with like a really budget ASRock board, and it didn't want to work with Expo enabled, so hopefully that doesn't happen here. But yeah, we're in a tight spot as PC builders right now. I mean, I don't want to have to raise my prices, but like, what are you gonna do when RAM just doubled in cost? All the SSDs are going up in cost right now too. It's not quite as bad, but it definitely is going up. Yeah, DDR4 is going up too. What do I think of AM6? I don't know. It doesn't actually exist yet, so until there's something out there in the world, I don't really have much I can say about it. This doesn't sound good for me. There's always something, right? Like GPU prices have finally gone down, and now RAM and SSDs have gone up. What can you do? The good news is that the prices that RAM and SSDs have gone up is significantly less than what GPUs were at one point. So Samsung M2 9100 Pro, 2 terabyte in my country is 250 euros. Oof, that's a lot. My favorite case, this is one of my favorite looking cases. There's so many good cases out there. The Montech King 95 Pro. I think one of my favorite looking cases, even though I've never built in it, is the Fantex Evolve 2. That thing looks so cool. Absolutely just incredible design. Now that I got the new monitor, it won't let me run 4 monitors, so I've had to turn off my height screen. Really? Interesting. Even if your height screen is like connected to like your motherboard instead of like the GPU? Want to build another PC for your sim rig? Hell yeah. It's bad as prices will fall again in the next 8 weeks for our Christmas holiday. I hope so. If it does, I'm gonna buy a bunch of RAM and SSDs. Super cases. Unnecessarily big, that's fair. It is very large, but it looks so good. Have you seen the new Montech King 15 or 45 Pro? I haven't seen those yet. I think I've seen pictures of them, but I haven't actually like looked at them at all. But I love everything Montech puts out as far as cases go, so I'm sure I will love them. Won't work hooked via HDMI to my motherboard either. That's crazy. It must just be a bandwidth issue, I guess. Yeah. Well, you could turn down, I mean, I would say on any monitor that you're not playing on, like put the refresh rate at like 60 and, you know, I guess you could turn one of the 4K monitors into 2K res. Main PC case weighs more than 40 pounds. My gaming PC probably weighs about 75 because it's all custom water cooled and stuff. This is the Lian Li Landcool 207. Yeah, like Montech is like the Thermalright for cases. Like good quality stuff, comes with like lots of good features, like plenty of RGB fans and stuff, and for a really good price. I love Montech. Also, this GPU support needs to be moved. I just realized. I said we were done, but I lied. Not that you really need a GPU support for a GPU this light, but never hurts. Yeah. Like it was sagging already, but it's fine. Okay, there we go. Cool. All right. Wow, that made it worse. Sorry. Got the Lee and Lee for my stream PC. Still haven't set it up though. Oh, okay. Wouldn't have guessed it was that brand of case. This? Yeah. This is the Lee and Lee Landcool 207. This one runs for about 85 bucks right now, 82 to 85. And it comes with 2 fans built in for the GPU intake and 2 RGB fans up front. Like, it's a pretty solid deal. Just changed 11XL to a frame 5000 DRS after 4 years. I like the look of dude, the Air 5400 looks so good. I want it. I work with Corsair in their like influencer or whatever affiliate program. I'm really hoping I can get them to send me one of those because I love how that looks. Really, my first PC, finally got fed up with console, learned a lot from watching you. Hey, thank you. Appreciate you being in here. My bro had a guy building one, said wanted all the quietest parts, then bought the loudest keyboard. He's like, yeah, I want the PC quiet so I can hear the clickety-clack. Nice stream, bro. Keep it up. Got to go. I'm working early. Have a nice day, and God bless you all. Hey, thank you so much, Godfather. I appreciate you hanging out, dude. All right, y'all. Oh, you work with them too? So you know, what's his face? I can't think of his name right now. Bob. So you know Bob and Nettie. Small freaking world. Speaking of Corsair stuff, I did a promo video for them on the Commander Duo, and they sent me this. Hold on. Let's see if I take my face out of the way. Got the Vanguard Pro. Has like a little LCD screen on it and everything. I'm gonna do a review. The only reason I haven't opened it yet is because I want to do like a review video on it. Is it wireless? No. It is wired, I believe. They have like a similar one that is wireless, but this one is not. There's a picture of a wire in the front. So I'm guessing it is not wireless capable. Love that. Yeah, because Bob's in the UK. All right, y'all. I think it's time for me to start getting BIOS updated, Windows installed, all that good stuff. Get it all tested and everything so I can get this baby shipped out tomorrow, because it took me almost 2 weeks to get this built for them because I've been busy. So we're gonna hustle and get this thing out of here. So appreciate everybody hanging out. Sarat, what's up? Thank you. Trail Tech, appreciate you being in here. Appreciate you holding down the Twitch fort, because apparently nobody knows I'm over there. So appreciate y'all. Hope everyone has a great night or morning or whatever time it is over there. And we'll see you on the next one. All right, we've got more build. We got 2 more builds sitting in the queue over there. One is ready to be built, so we'll be building that in the next few days. And then the other one, we're still waiting on parts. So, keep your eyes peeled, get those notifications on, make sure you're following, and we'll see you guys soon, all right? Peace.